What's going on, boys and girls? Welcome back to feekiflips, the most dumbed down real estate channel on all of YouTube, because if I can make money doing this, then so can you. We're here today at our newest acquisition over in Sparks, Nevada, just east of Reno. Got a pretty crazy story for you guys on this one. This deal is like so many twists and turns just to get to this point where we can go in and take a look at it for the first time. I'll run through the backstory on the deal with you guys. We'll cut in some footage from about 2 months ago now, where I had to come here and go face to face with the tenant and kick them out after we bought the house without them knowing. Do you live here? Yes. Just bought this property last week. I just wanted to come over and introduce myself and kind of talk to you guys and see what the situation was here. And then we will walk through the house. We'll do first impression. You guys can see how destroyed it is, like everyone loves. And I'll run through some numbers on the deal with you guys. When we pulled up, it sounds like there's an alarm going off. I don't think we have a security system here, but we're about to find out. So something's beeping in there. So let's go check it out. Here? Yeah, it's upstairs. Still locked. Hello? Looks like their alarm or something. I don't know what the fuck that is. Fuck, it doesn't smell very good in here, does it?
No.
In here, dude, we got some pizza plus ready for us. It does kind of seem weird, like there's a lot of lights on. I don't think Steve would have left the lights on, so it's possible that someone was here or something, I don't know. Quick backstory on how we got to this point. So I've been working on this deal for over 18 months. We originally contacted the seller off of a tax delinquent list, meaning he was behind on his property taxes. Hit him up through a texting platform that we use. So just sent him a text and said, hey, do you want to sell this house at this address? He responded yes. And that was over 18 months ago. There were people living in this property, clearly. And he actually owns another property that you can see from the driveway here up on another street. And there's other people living in that property, and that's where his property manager lived. Long story short, people living here were paying the property manager, and then property manager was not paying the owner. To the owner, these people were squatters, and to the people living here, they were tenants, but their friend slash property manager was never paying the owner rent. Said he was interested in selling all that time ago. He gave me contact information for the property manager, but I was never able to get inside of here. And this whole relationship with her taking rent and not paying him, I didn't really put that together for quite a while, but that's why we were never able to walk this property for so long, because she knew as soon as she let us in here and we bought it, she would stop getting the money from the tenants here. I just kept following up all the time with her. You know, she was super nice to me on the phone, but then would ghost me after a while. And I would follow back up with the seller, get back in contact with the property manager. Just went on and on in this cycle. It didn't seem like we were ever gonna get this deal done. Out of nowhere, I think they were just on automated follow-up. The owner's girlfriend hit me up and was like, hey, she said something like, you know, he's hard up for money, and if you guys wanna buy the house, now would be the time to do it. I was like, okay, cool. Started to go through the process again. It was the exact same situation. We were never able to walk the property, contacted the property manager, couldn't get a hold of her, came and door knocked this house. No one was here except a kid, I guess, because then I got blown up by her an hour later that we scared the shit out of this kid and this and that. We're never able to walk the property. The owner finally got tired of dealing with it. I gave him a couple of different options, and I was like, for this price, we'll take it as is, sight unseen, with the tenants in there. A little bit more, we get in there and we'll take it with the tenants in there, but we need to see it first. The highest price for him would have been, you kick the tenants out, we see it and we buy it like we buy every other deal. Finally got sick of dealing with it, and he went for the lowest option. We negotiated a little bit. He said, you know, for this price, which I'll get into the numbers on the deal at the end of this video, you guys can have it, but you have to take it sight unseen with the tenants in there. So it was a great deal, and we decided to take the risk and do that. So we finally just bought this deal and never looked at the property. We were never able to get past the front yard, so we didn't know what the backyard looked like. We had no idea what the interior looked like. We really had a phone number for one of the people that lived here, and that was it. So that was kind of how we got here 18 months in the process. So we finally closed on this deal, and the tenants that were living here had no idea that we had bought it. So the first that they ever heard of it is when I showed up here to give them a letter that says, hey, we're your new landlord and we'll give you money to get out of here without ripping all the fucking plumbing out of the walls. We actually did film that, and that was about 2 months ago. So we'll cut in some footage right now of me confronting the tenant, and you'll be able to hear in my voice that I was scared shitless to do this. I was all shaky and stuff. So we'll roll that footage, and then we'll come back here for the walkthrough on this property. Yeah, same amount of cars as last time. That's not good. All right, I guess I'll try the other door. Feels weird walking up it though. All right, well, that didn't work. I guess the saga continues, so stay tuned.
Red Mustang. Say
Shit. Okay, I guess they just showed back up. Excuse me, sir.
Yeah.
My name's Alex. I just bought this property last week, so I just wanted to come over and introduce myself and kind of talk to you guys and see what the situation was here.
Okay.
And I don't really have any contact info for anyone that lives here. Basically, we're gonna vacate the property and complete repairs, get it remodeled and stuff. We wanna work with you guys. We wanna offer you like $2,000 to help with your move out costs and get you into a new place. What's the situation here? How many of you guys live here? That type of thing.
My wife and I and my son.
Okay,
And I've got a family friend who's renting a downstairs partial room.
gotcha, okay.
My family and I've been here about 10 years.
Uh-huh,
Kind of like home to us.
yeah,
As far as right now, I don't know where we would go. I haven't even looked into it,
sure. I understand, yeah.
which is kind of unfortunate. But how much time?
I have a cash for keys agreement here for the $2,000. You know, I don't expect you to sign it right now. If you guys want to take a look at it and then get back to me, my contact info is in here as well. We'd like to get it like 45 days. You know, speed is kind of the name of the game for what we do as far as, you know, getting it back on market and getting the rehab complete. Sooner the better for us, but I understand, you know, how the market is right now for you guys. So we're here to work with you. Just wanted to touch base and kind of get the conversation going and all that, so.
Okay. So we have to move out by May 15th, and if we have problems with that, then you'll start legal process to make cash for keys.
Right, right.
Okay. Yeah. I'll have to find something, try and find something in the meantime.
Yeah. If I can come back out and shoot the interior photos real quick, and then I'll be out of your hair until the move out, so.
Probably evening time.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll work with you guys whenever you're around.
Okay.
Cool. Thanks. That's like scripted shit. Like, we're just about to leave. Oh, there he is. You know?
Yeah.
So it worked out. Fucking went so. I got all nervous right when I started talking to him. Probably just rushed through everything I needed to say. You kind of have to play both sides. Like, you try to be nice, but then he's asking, well, what if we'll move out in the 45 days? That's what I said. I'm like, well, I don't want to tell you that's okay because we want you out in 45 days. But at the same time, it's like, we're also here to work with you. So, you know, how do you have that conversation? We're here to work with you, but you also have to do exactly what we say, you know. All right, let's do a quick walkthrough of this property. This is the first time I've been here since the day that they signed the agreement, when they were kind of moving out and all their stuff was still here. They left half of their shit here. It actually looks worse now than when I was here when they were moving out. If you guys can look past all the grossness, it's not in horrible shape, and I know we say that on every video that we buy, but it's true. There's a lot of stuff where they're just, you know, running into the walls all over, so I mean the whole thing's gonna have to be retextured and all that stuff. Obviously we'll do new flooring and finishes throughout. There's some like missing tile over here in the kitchen. I don't know if we're gonna do, I mean, we just bought this thing, we haven't even put the rehab scope together fully yet, so I'm not sure on the plan for the kitchen and all that type of stuff. But it's kind of funny, like, you know, when I'm talking to the tenant when I'm coordinating them moving out, and really when we first made contact with the tenant, you know, I'm getting these long texts that are like, I can't believe the owner would do this. Like, so in the same message, she's telling me that they've been here for 10 years and that the owners never had put $1 into this place, but also that they were supposed to be able to buy it from the owners. You never know what's true and what's not when you're talking to some people. But she was also saying that, like, you know, I can't believe this. We've treated this place like our own. And when I read that, I'm like, oh, sweet. You know, at least the place isn't destroyed if they've treated it like their own. This is what it looked like for them treating it like their own. It's pretty thrashed right now. I mean, it's going to be a huge trash out. You know, all the doors are missing. Doors have holes in them. Walls have holes in them from the door handles. There's a ton of dead flies and stuff that are in this bathroom right here. You see the tub, it's filled with them. So This is one of those houses that like, it looks like no one was living here for a long time, but they were just here like last week. Yeah, I mean, they very well could have been here since Steve was here last week too. I have no idea. But it'll be a good project for us, and you know, we have a ton of fat in the numbers on this deal, which we'll go through in a minute. So it'll still be a great deal for us. We were kind of expecting the worst, going in sight unseen and not really being able to confirm condition before we bought it. So it's, we accounted for it, but we'll have to spend a little bit more than I thought last time we filmed out here, for sure. It needs, backyard will be nice once it's cleaned up. It's got a big deck out there and stuff, and like this weird setup with the door here. Needs a window here, so we'll go downstairs and I'll show you some real ghetto shit down there I remember from last time I was here. Like I said in that clip from when I came to confront the tenant, we did offer them a cash for keys agreement for $2,000, which is basically just a way to stay in rapport with a seller like this. And it's like, you know, you guys are going either way, and we either have to pay you or our lawyer to get you out of here. So we'll just pay you $2,000 not to totally thrash the place on the way out. So we finally got them to agree to that after a few times going back and forth, and then ended up, they didn't accept the money. She was like, oh no, like just keep the money and use it to clean up the place better, because you know, just the type of person I am that I don't want to leave it a mess. Messy and treating the place like your own is pretty subjective. So this is actually just an office area, and they put up this makeshift wall here. It's all, you can see that there's nothing, supposed to be nothing here. So they turned this into a little bedroom down here, and there was a guy living in here, I guess. Hopefully he's not still living here and just not here at the moment. But so this has been converted, so we'll have to rip all this stuff out and there's another little bathroom right there. And then this garage here. So this is actually the 2-car garage that they turned into fucking Ultimate Fighting UFC fight night shit. Yeah, they put drop ceiling in here with these sweet light covers. There was like I think there was like a gym machine thing right here last time I was here. They took some of this stuff out. I mean, this is like drywalled and stuff. We'll have to rip this out. We'll rip the ceiling out, rip the carpet up, and then there's the 2-car garage right here. We'll have to put a new opener in it, convert this back to a 2-car garage. Over here, there's another 1-car garage, and I'm not sure if this was all open originally and they added this wall in here too, because it looks pretty stock on this side. Like whoever did it at least did a good job. So I'm not sure if it was originally 1-car and 2-car or just 3-car all the way through. Just the original ceiling up there with like the texture overspray on it. All right, so to run through the numbers on this deal with you guys real quick, we ended up picking this up for $325,000 sight unseen with the tenants. So our hold time's a little bit longer. We've already owned it for about 2 months just to get them out of here, and now we can finally start rehab. Rehab budget, I honestly don't know yet. It'll be somewhere between 40 and 60,000 depending on how much work we have to do here. Huge trash out, obviously, upgrading all the finishes, fixing all the holes in the walls, all that type of stuff. It's a 2004 house, has a tile roof, so the bones are good. Outside should be pretty good, minus paint. You know, we're just doing basic stuff here and there, but it's a pretty big house, so it'll cost quite a bit to fix up. When we're done with this, it should sell for about 550,000, somewhere in that range. This deal should make over 100,000 in net profit by the time it's all said and done. So how we funded this deal, we borrowed the entire amount from a single private investor. We actually borrowed more than we needed from him. So we borrowed 350,000 from him, paid 325 for the house. We covered all the closing costs and all the HOA fees for the seller. So we got a check back at closing for $18,000. So then we'll use that plus some of our own money to complete the rehab on this deal. All right, so that about wraps it up for this episode. Thanks for watching. We'll be back here in a little bit to film kind of in between rehab, and then we'll do the final product episode, of course, where we can show you guys some before and afters. So make sure to hit that subscribe button for us if you're new here. Stay up to date with all the content that we're dropping, and smash that like button. Help us out with the YouTube algorithm. Drop a comment down below with any questions you have about this deal or anything related to real estate investing so we can answer it on Question of the Week videos. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next episode.